ต้อนรับนะคะหมายเลขอะไรครับ
Ladies and gentlemen, we are descending to Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport, and this ends all our in-flight service.
Xin kẹt tiền bao giờ mà
Taxi à? Tại chưa?
xin kẹt cái đâu xin không
ănอะไรem xem cho welcome
Thank you.
rồi lấy hộp
Oh, thank you.
okay just waiting here
Okay.
welcome
you come to M Village Hotel
Yes. Hi, Bachang. Yes.
yeah Hai Bà Trưng it's a street the name of street
Oh, I see.
yeah welcome you from Thailand
Yes, Thailand. First time in Vietnam.
appreciate that yeah Vietnam and Thailand is a neighbor
Yes, very close. Thank you. Thank you. Check-in process. Hello.
I'm checking analysis. Just come straight to the airport.
Yes.
How was the traffic?
It was okay. Not
It's
too
okay.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, this time it's not traffic train.
Thank you. Bye bye. ขอบคุณค่ะ
So can I borrow your key, please? Thank you. We don't have the minibar inside, but if you want some food or something you order outside, you can.
Oh, on the
keep it-
outside.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just have it here. Okay. So, yeah, here.
Hey.
see? Can
Yes, sure, sure.
Here.
Oh wow, so nice.
So we already have your WhatsApp. So if you need any assistance, you can message
Okay.
to the message, or you can press
Call.
the number 0 to call to reception.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Enjoy.
much.
one, oh one.
Okay. Hello. Oh, thank you.
Đây là thành củ cải, cái đen con đó là cái củ sen đó, bên trong bác sẽ mix với tôm bắt bằng thân.
Thank you so much. See you again next time. Bye bye. đẹp mấy con. In here. Put insert. Mix. And beef. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Sim.
ที่เราบอกปีแบบยิ้มดีรุ่นกันนี่สีอะไรวะตรงแหวน
โอเค thank you ขอบคุณค่ะกำเอิญ
Yes, the most common.
else is okay?
Yeah, so it's good.
Already in the car. Oh, thank you so much. Bye bye. See you again. Bye.
Hello,
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
Suba City.
Yes.
Yeah,
super
okay.
serious.
I will come you go to airport.
Okay.
International airport.
Yes. Thank you.
International airport. Okay.
Yes.
Go
International.
go home Thailand.
Yes. Thailand.
Bangkok.
Yes.
Okay.สวัสดีครับ557นะครับขอบคุณครับสวัสดีครับ
Sit nearest to your seat กรุณารักษาข้อมูลความปลอดภัยในกระเป๋าหน้าที่นั่งของท่าน หากท่านมีข้อสงสัยประการใดกรุณาสอบ
ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ You have a good night goodbye
ไม่ใช่ค่ะ